Welcome to Courtroom Chaos, and here you are, hijacking the vehicle of justice and steering the wheel of absurdity into the light post of fun. Buckle up. You've just been cast in the courtroom comedy of a lifetime. Plaintiff and defendant, grab your phone and tell us who you are and what makes you happy. Your sharing of joy will inform today's original courtroom showdown.
Greetings, loved ones. Court is in session. Judge Snoop here with that calm mind, sharp ear, and just a touch of that SoCal flair. Let's get the facts straight and make it happen. Case starts now. All right, listen up. We got Robert here, a master of online deception posing as attractive women in the digital realm. Then we got Dominic, caught slipping at the mall food court, scarfing down chicken nuggets. Robert claims Dominic broke a psychic blood pact made during a solar eclipse where Dominic promised to never eat poultry in public. Robert says this betrayal cost him $4.5 million in emotional damages and cosmic interference. Let's get into it. Now that we've heard the scoop from the Snoop, it's your time to echo back. Let's get rolling. All right, Robert, let's hear it. Tell me about this blood pact and how Dominic played himself at the food court. I prefer facts over theory. And when Judge Snoop is in session, it's all about facts. I need more from you. Hold up, Robert. You just said you was posing as a pretty lady, right? So when you made this blood pact with Dominic during some eclipse moment, was he talking to the real you or the fake you? Because that's a whole different contract situation, you dig? All right, so Robert just admitted straight up to catfishing folks online. That's wild, my G. You out here confessing to the whole operation like it ain't nothing. That ain't helping your case one bit. You basically just told me you make your living deceiving people, and now you want sympathy from Dominic? That's cold. All right, Dominic, let's hear your defense on this whole blood pack chicken nugget situation, nephew. Hold up, nephew. You didn't know his name? Robert been catfishing folks online? And you're standing here acting confused? That's weak, real weak. You gotta come harder than that if you want me to believe you didn't know what was going down at that food court. Yo, Robert, hold up. You out here catfishing folks online. But let me ask you something real. When you found out Dominic ate those nuggets at the mall, what was going through your head? Were you heated immediately? Or did this cosmic betrayal hit you different? Help me understand your mindset right then. Our first objection, will it be sustained or overruled? To throw that testimony out, focus on relevance, logic, or lack of evidence. Don't just disagree, disprove, or disqualify. Objection overruled. Robert's talking about thinking of lemons while posing as a woman online. That's just flavor to the story, nephew. Dominic, You're reaching harder than a kid at the back of the toy store. Robert's allowed to paint the picture of what was going on in his head during this whole situation. That ain't breaking any rules here. Stay focused on the real issue. All right, Dominic, nephew, let me ask you this straight up. Walk me through exactly what went down at that food court. I need you to paint me a picture of that moment. What you saw, what you were thinking, the whole scene. Help the court artist out here, my G. A tale so vivid, our illustrators have their hands full. I'll have to reflect on whether what I just heard was genius or a cry for help. Something of what you said there must have upset our artist. The graphic is too graphic, and I'll have to assess it here. Look, nephew, I appreciate the love, but that exhibit doesn't help your case none. You're testifying about me judging talent shows instead of explaining those chicken nuggets at the mall food court. Stay focused on what matters here. That's weak, my G. All right, we heading into closing statements, little homie? Robert, bring it home for me. Tell me why Dominic's chicken nugget betrayal deserves to shake the cosmic balance. And your wallet, you dig? Look, Robert, that's the weakest closing argument I've heard all day. You're out here talking about stuffing nuggets in your shirt like that's a defense? You violated a blood pact, nephew. That's cold. Verdict's in, and it ain't looking good for you, my G. All right, nephew Dominic, let's hear your final words on this whole chicken nugget situation before I lay down the law. Defendant, I appreciate the way you wrapped that up. And to everyone else, thank you for showing up and holding it down from start to finish in Snoop's court. Nephew, that ain't even a closing argument. That's you dodging the whole case. We ain't here to talk about my musical taste. You ate those chicken nuggets in public, broke the pact, and now you trying to change the subject. Real talk. That ain't it. This trial has been a little like one of those puzzles where you're missing a few pieces, but you squint at it long enough and think, yeah, I can see the picture. We've had laughs, surprises, and a couple moments that made me go, wait, what? But now the picture's as clear as it's gonna get, and I'm ready to rule. Look, Robert, you came in here posing as women online, admitted to catfishing, then tried to claim some cosmic blood pact over chicken nuggets. That's weak. Dominic didn't even know who he was dealing with. You can't make a binding agreement while wearing a fake face, nephew. This whole case is backwards. Robert, you're out of order. All right, Dominic, you're the loser here. You owe Robert $4.5 million in damages straight up. But that ain't all. You gotta apologize to this man in full Shakespearean English about them chicken nuggets and that broken pack. Something like, verily, I have betrayed thee with poultry most foul. Make it real flowery, nephew. That's your sentence. Court is adjourned, gavel down, we out. Guess it's courtroom chaos light now.
For the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. What? All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. What? Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugged you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff, no witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you winning. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Objection. Overruled. All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos.